Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Anime No Me channel. 3 characters who will join the Straw Hats in the Elbaf arc. Yes, you heard that right. Loki, the Wild Prince, Brogy, the Eternal Red Ogre, and Dory, the Indomitable Blue One. This isn't crazy fan talk. It's a prophecy rooted in the freshest manga chapters, with twists that will make Luffy laugh louder than in Gear 5. Alright, let's set the stage. Elbaf, the Island of Giants, bursts into the manga starting from Chapter 1, 1126, like a volcano of laughter and flying axes. That's where the Straw Hats land after the chaos of Egghead, and what do they find? A nation of titans echoing the legends of the Void Century, full of warriors who live for honor, fear, and epic duels. Oda didn't bring Elbaf into the story for nothing. It's the perfect stage to expand the crew because, let's face it, Luffy's crew needs some massive muscle for the final showdown against the world government. In Chapter 1127, the Giants welcome the pirates with a mix of curiosity and suspicion. But there's already a spark of alliance when Usopp, the King of Lies, becomes a prophet of true lies, reconnecting with Dory and Brogy from Little Garden. These two aren't newcomers. They're the living bridge between past and present, and Chapter 1130 plants the seed. You've returned to fulfill the dream of gold, says Dory, winking at the map leading to the One Piece. A shared dream? That screams potential crewmates. Now, zoom in on the first of the trio, Loki, the cursed Prince of Elbaf, who bursts onto the scene like a hurricane in Chapter 1135. This guy is the perfect anti-hero for Luffy, a giant with demonic horns imprisoned for centuries for stealing the giant's treasure, which in reality turns out to be Joy Boy's original Straw Hat, as hinted in Chapter 1138. Loki isn't a throwaway villain. He's a rebel who despises Elbaf's rigid traditions, betraying his people to pursue true freedom. In Chapter 1145, he drops the bombshell. The Straw Hats need my power to overthrow the false gods, staring straight at Luffy as if he already knows his destiny. Power? What power? Chapter 1147 reveals that Loki ate a rare mythical Zoan, the Shadow Wolf god, which allows him to manipulate illusions and darkness. Imagine him teaming up with Zoro, creating shadow labyrinths to trap marines. And his bond with the crew? In Chapter 1150, during Imu's attack, Loki saves everyone with a roar that echoes with Conqueror's haki, proving his loyalty. He joins because he sees in Luffy the echo of Joy Boy without the flaws, a leader who laughs at tyranny. Sealed theory, Loki becomes the crew's shadow mage, adding Nordic fury and mystery to the ship. Smooth transition to the veterans. Brogy and Dory, the inseparable captains of the giant warrior pirates, return from Little Garden's oblivion as reborn titans. Chapter 1128 brings them back with a bang. They haven't aged a day since their century-long duel, thanks to a curse, or cursed fruit, that trapped them in an eternal loop, as revealed in Chapter 1132. But Elbaf awakens them. Our promise wasn't in vain, shouts Brogy in Chapter 1134, raising the axe that once split mountains. These two are the beating heart of the unity theory, because they've already sworn loyalty to Luffy indirectly. Remember Chapter 116 way back? They pounded their chests and vowed, if an honorable pirate offers us gold, we'll fight to the end. Luffy, the promised king of gold, fulfills that in Elbaf by aiding the rebellion against the celestial invaders. In Chapter 1142, Dory and Brogy lead a charge against Vegapunk's leftover drones, shouting, "For the Pirate King!" while protecting giant children, echoing the paternal instinct missing in the current crew. But why do they truly join? Chapter 1152, the atomic bomb of revelations. During the battle against the Gorosei invading Elbaf, yes, Imu sends the 5 elders to hunt void relics, Brogy loses an arm, fighting Saturn, and Dory carries him on his back, vowing, "We fight alone no more." Luffy, at the peak of Gear 5, saves them with a punch that turns the sky upside down, sealing the pact. Come aboard, giants! Let's drink till the world sinks again. The bond is unbreakable. They bring not only brute strength, imagine Brogy hurling islands like cannonballs, but also ancient wisdom. In Chapter 1155, a quick flashback reveals that Dory and Brogy once met Roger himself and kept a piece of the Rio poneglyph that completes the Laugh Tale map. Ideal crewmates, one for offense, Brogy, the berserker, one for defense, Dory, the living shield, forming a duo that balances Luffy's chaos. Now, let's weave the 3 together into a symphony of destiny. Chapter 1139. Loki escapes prison and runs into Dory and Brogy, who recognize him as the lost heir. Together, they form the perfect triangle, the visionary prince and the legendary captains. And what ties them to the Straw Hats? The prophecy of the 3 towers of Elbaf, hinted at in chapter 1140 in an ancient mural. 3 figures who will guide the rising sun, Luffy, Joy Boy, to topple the empty throne. Lokai is the Tower of Cunning, using shadows to infiltrate Mary Joy's. Brogy, the Tower of Fury, crushing fleets like toys. And Dory, the Tower of Resilience, tanking nuclear-level Buster Call attacks. In chapter 1158, during the invasion's climax, the 3 swear loyalty in a giant blood ritual, drinking from Loki's horn mixed with Dory's grog, while Brogy sings the Ballad of the Free Seas. Luffy, laughing, extends his hand. Welcome to the crazy family. To ground it all, let's dig into past arcs that pave this road. Chapter 29, Little Garden. Dory and Brogy save Luffy from Mr. 3, planting the seed of eternal gratitude. In chapter 116, their farewell is a see you later, disguised as a goodbye. Oda loves callbacks like that. Loki, he's subtly mentioned in chapter 385 in the Long Ring Longland arc when a drunken giant tells tales of a cursed prince who defied the heavens. And in chapter 902, during Whole Cake Island, Big Mom mentions the giants of Elbaf as potential traitors, foreshadowing Loki's rebellion. Chapter 1066, post-Wano. Shanks, the mysterious red-haired one, visits Elbaf and leaves a warning about the wolf and the ogres. Shanks knows because he's the link to Roger. And in chapter 1148, it's confirmed he secretly trained Loki. Everything converges. These 3 aren't random. They're Oda's chess pieces for an epic finale. Now, imagine the impact aboard the Sunny. With Loki, Nami gets a partner for night navigation, using illusions to dodge pursuers. Goodbye, weather trouble. Brogy and Dory become the crew's uncles, teaching Sanji to cook giant banquets. Chapter 1153 shows them devouring a feast big enough to feed an island, while Zoro trains with them in axe duels that split the horizon. Usopp, he becomes the general of the giants, telling tall tales that turn into real prophecies. And Chopper, the giants adopt him as a mascot, using Elbaf's elven herbs to heal wounds. Chapter 1160, post-Elbaf teaser. The Sunny, now with wolfskin reinforced sails, sets off with the 3 aboard, heading toward a clash with the Holy Knights. But there's a twist. Loki carries Joy Boy's hat as an heirloom, passing it to Luffy in a moment of era transition. And what if there's resistance? Some fans shout, the crew is getting too big, but Oda has already expanded it to 10 core members, plus rotating allies. These 3 would be honorary giants, just like Frankie is the cyborg. Chapter 1151 proves it's possible. During an escape, Brogy carries the entire ship on his back, laughing, this is just a stroll for coffee. Without them, how will Luffy face Blackbeard, who already has titans on his team? In chapter 1085, Blackbeard recruits rogue giants. Cosmic balance demands the heroes of Elba. And here comes the big question Oda must be preparing for us. When Luffy says, come aboard my ship, giants, it won't just be an invitation. It'll be a battle cry, the spark of a union that crosses generations, the echo of the ancient legends of the One Piece world. These 3, with all the weight they carry, will be the anchors of the crew during critical moments. They have a history of struggle, honor, and loyalty that will surely be tested when the world government and the true battle for control of the world begin. And if I were a Marine, I'd be trembling just thinking about the impact of that alliance. With the giants on board, life on the Sunny will be pure chaos, but the best kind of chaos. Luffy will love it. Picture this, Sanji losing his mind in the kitchen, watching the giants devour everything in sight, and Zoro having a reality check as he sees Brogy swinging an axe the size of an island, thinking, okay, I need to train more, I'm not even close to that level. But more than that, these giants will be the guardians of legacy, the ones who preserve the traditions and memories of the giants of the past, who know the true history behind the One Piece. It's no coincidence that, in the moment of greatest tension, they hold the keys to unlocking some of the biggest revelations in the story, especially with the Rio Poneglyph they guard. To wrap it up perfectly, Elbaf isn't just about battle, it's the arc of the expanded family, where Luffy's laughter infects the giants, breaking ancient curses. In chapter 1162, the arc's finale, the 3 kneel down, Captain, your dream is our axe. Crew complete at 13? No, infinite, like the sea itself. Guys, this theory is anchored in hot 2025 chapters. From 1126 to 1162, Oda weaves this tapestry. What do you think? Loki, villain or ally? Did Brogy and Dory steal the show? Drop a comment, hit like to spread the hype, subscribe, and ring the bell for more explosive theories. Until the next wind blows, may the giants guide your compass. Yo ho ho and a bottle of mystery. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.